Today's 1032nd day. I'm here to learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams. Your goals allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today, speak about sadness from not being. Sadness from not being. Last couple of days, I shared sadness from not having, sadness from not doing, and today is the most important topic: sadness from not being. I think there's a lot of times there's a lot of different layers of sadness. We understand that sadness of not having is the lowest level, sadness of not doing is the second level, and the most important layer that you need to really fix that, because the deepest sadness is when you are not being the person you want to become. I always say that every single day I become better. I share the lessons that to become the best version of you. But at the same time, sometimes we don't feel happy, and sometimes we'll feel sad because we're not reaching that potential yet. So today we'll share 5 things that we need to understand about being sad from not being. Number one, we need to understand that sometimes we're sad because we're not authentic. We're not true to ourselves. It might be for different reasons. Maybe we want to align with our friends, maybe with our family expectations, maybe external validation. There's a lot of different reasons why we are not authentic to ourselves. Maybe we want to fit in, we want to fit in that group, we want to fit in that community, and we're not truly authentic to ourselves. That authentic, of course, and true to yourself is a very, very deep topic, because authenticity is something that not who we are, but this is who are we becoming. That is who we are authentic, and this is authentic who we are and who we are becoming. And those two are very, very authentic to you. But again, you need to really act in accordance of your values, in accordance of your beliefs, in accordance of your vision, and we act that way. When you align your actions with your values, of course, you are true to yourself. Otherwise, we might be very, very sad because we are not being ourselves. Number 2 is falling short on our personal standards. Falling short on our personal standards. So that means that maybe you will love to be a certain way. You have some kind of standards, how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to be, and all those things. But for some reason, we are falling short. That means that we said that it's supposed to be courageous, we're supposed to be confident in some levels, but we are not. And we are falling short of our standards. Of course, it could be sad. Now, of course, we're able to be sad, or we're able to really build a plan and say, like, what do you need to do to become the courageous, to become confident. And I love saying that if you want to build confidence, you need to start without confidence. If you want to build courage, most likely you will need to start without courage. So first time when you start something, you will need to do something without having it. If you will wait for courage, it will never come. So you need to start by not having courage and able to act courageously. You will get more courage. You will get more confidence. You will get the things that you want. So that is very, very important. Number 3 is unrealized potential. So that means that when you look into your potential, you're looking into who you're supposed to be. You're supposed to, what kind of person you're supposed to become, and what kind of person you're supposed to be right now, and look into your potential, and look into who you are right now, and there's some kind of gap. There's unrealized potential. And you might be sad because you thought it will be much, much farther ahead in all areas of your life. Not just now, but like you're looking to, this is who I'm supposed to be, but this is who I am. And I think that a lot of times in all aspects of our lives, in our skills, everything, who we're supposed to be. And a lot of times that unrealized potential could create a lot of sadness, regret, all those feelings, because you're not the person that you wanted to be. Number 4 is comparison to others. I think a lot of times we understand that comparison is the thief of happiness, the thief of peace, the thief of everything that is important. Comparison to others is very, very bad. Now, we're able to understand that sometimes once a year, we need to do that in comparison just to understand our realities. But on day to day, we need to compare ourselves to ourselves. And when we're able to do that, of course, we're able to understand that we are becoming better every single day. Because we're able to look into some other people, and we need to understand that every single person has strengths and weaknesses. And this is what worst about us, that a lot of times what we do, we compare our own weaknesses to other people's strengths. We compare our weaknesses with other people's strengths. How fair is it? That's not fair at all. Now, I know that sometimes we compare our strength with other people's strengths, but what we do, we compare our first steps in our strengths with someone else, hundreds or thousand steps in their strength. How you compare? How are you supposed to compare yourself just starting out with someone who working on that skill for decades potentially? It's almost like going to a gym and you are first time in the gym and you're expecting to lift exactly the same as someone who had been going in gym for 5-10 years. That's insane. That doesn't fit in the head. And exactly the same with becoming somebody, with the building skill sets, building values, beliefs, everything, character, authenticity, everything is built. And character is built. So that means if we compare ourselves with others, we need to compare sometimes. If we need to compare apples to apples. So someone who is the first step and you in the first step, how you compare. But again, as I said, this needs to be compared just to understand where the reality is. But after that, we're still comparing ourselves with yourself, and that's how is the best way to do it. And number 5 is struggling with self-acceptance. I think that is something that is hard to accept ourselves. I think that we always need to understand that when you really want to achieve the best version of you, when you want to really become that best version of you, what do we need to have? You need to have that vision. Who you need to become, who you want to become. I always say that. First step, understanding what is that vision that you want to pursue. Second step is really understanding what kind of person would pursue that, what kind of person would achieve that vision. But when you know what kind of person would achieve, next step is understanding who you are at the moment. Accept who you are at the moment and really start working. Because if you're not accepting who you are at the moment, that means you're not able to build a very good plan to get where you need to be. It's almost like a Google Maps. When you know exactly where you want to go, you need to understand where you are right now. And only when you know where you are right now, the Google Maps will be able to show exactly how to get to your final destination. Exactly the same in building your character. You need to understand who you need to be, who you want to be, who you need to be, who you want to be, the best version of yourself to achieve that vision, and then who you are right now. Accept who you are now. It might be that you're not that good. And I'm not that good in a lot of areas. I still have to improve a lot of areas. And I think every single person needs to accept that. Because I know that for a long time, for a long time, I wanted to be seen perfect. I want you to be seen that I figured things out. I want you to be a leader that other people to follow. And I thought that I need to be perfect. But the more I grow, the realize that every single person has imperfections. And perfection is the lowest standard of all. Perfection is the lowest standard of all because you never get there. You'll never be there. And that's why we need to understand, okay, who you need to be, who you want to become, where you are, accept yourself, and then really work on that gap. That's fixing that gap. And again, when you're really pursuing, when you're really building yourself, you'll never be sadness. I think that sadness is a lot of times coming from when you're done taking action and you lose your hope. You lose hope because you don't take action. Nothing changes. I think the best way to build hope is by taking action, not hoping, not expecting that you will change just by accident. No, it will never happen. You will never change by accident. Now, of course, some kind of things could change and you will change by accident a little bit. But if you will change by accident, most likely you will end up not where you want to go. So that means we need to understand that. Understand the vision, understand who you want to become, understand who you are, build a plan, and then you'll start working to become the person you want to become. And when you're working on that, there will be never sadness. Never sadness. So I hope that those couple of days that we discussed about sadness. And sadness is one thing that I think that we all need to understand. Sadness is coming from not taking action, not becoming. And the best way to solve the sadness is pursue something. And pursue the identity who you want to be is the best thing. I think it's a very interesting thing that a lot of times people say, I need to find myself. I need to find who I am. And this is a very wrong statement because you're not able to look for yourself. The best statement is we need to build our identity. We need to build ourselves because when we build something, we have full control of what we will build. We'll build a small one floor building or will be a high rise of amazing character. And this is your choice. High-rise will require a lot more. High-rise requires a high-rise foundation. A small one-floor building requires a small foundation. So do you want a high-rise or small building or a high-rise? If you want a high-rise, it means that you will be required to dig in deep inside yourself to build that foundation. And sometimes it's not funny. Nobody will be looking how you build that identity. No one will be looking into foundations. Everyone will be looking only in that high-rise when it is already finished. And I hope that you will reflect as well. When you were sad, when you are sad, why you are sad? Are you sad because you don't have things? Are you sad because you're not doing things? Are you sad because you're not the person you want to become? And when you know that, you start focusing on the things that really matter. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.